welcome back to another episode of Quarantine Talks. So today I've got someone that doesn't really need any recognition in my eyes. This is one of the greatest fighters our nation has, someone that's done the O2, someone that doesn't have to be fighting but has the whole world talking about him. Someone that surprisingly, even though he's quite held back, humble, he still holds a presence that everyone wants to talk to him about. We've got the cruiserweight Isaac Chamberlain here. What's good, bro? How are you, man?
Very good, my G. I'm very good, man.
Listen, the first thing I want to start screaming is, where have you been? But we'll get into that, man. I know a lot of people probably look at like, right, see, man, in time. But how's everything going, man? The first thing, when I've been doing this series and whatnot, we've caught up with loads of different people in it. We've caught up with boxers, we've caught up with football players, coaches, and everything. And obviously, lockdown, it's a tense time. And with boxers, especially when you got fights and everything, it's crazy. But one thing I've been really interested in is, with your situation at the moment and how everything is, what's your diet saying right now?
Diet? Do you know what? I at the start, it wasn't that good. I'm not going to lie. I had a couple of peas. Do you know why, though? Because I'm flipping... The fight was, March the 28th. That's what I was preparing for. And I was in Miami at the time.
Yeah.
And I was in Miami for about 2.5 months.
Yeah.
I was training, I was preparing. It was my last week of sparring.
Yeah.
I've been knocking guys out in the gym. So I knew, do you know what? I'm ready. Like, I'm proper ready. You know what I mean? I put in the work.
Yeah.
And obviously, I remember I woke up on Monday. I was supposed to fly back on the Friday coming. I woke up on Monday. My plane got cancelled.
You're like, what's going on there?
Yeah. So I called Channel 5 and they said, okay, give me 10 minutes. I'll call you back. They called me back in 10 minutes. They said, all right, we got a plane for you 6 p.m. tonight. You have to get that home.
Yeah.
Right. I think it was about 12 a.m. at the time. Obviously, I said, all right, let me just go get my gym session in anyway and then go back. Obviously, I was kind of thinking, snap, what's happened now?
Yeah.
So I fly back. And then as soon as I flew back, I got an email from the Boxing Board of Control saying that all events are postponed until the foreseeable future. So that was
the reason why that's so techie for you is because, for context, you had 2 bouts lined up within the space of a month. And now it's been, 18 months out of the ring.
Yeah, it's been mad.
And it's been a crazy journey as well, kind of getting to this point. I mean, you signed with Hennessy, you go out to train in America, of course. And it kind of feels like quarantine
again.
Again, because I mean, you've been in a situation where you put yourself through this whole isolation, and now it's come full circle, and it feels like that again. How has that been?
Do you know what? It's all about your mental strength. Like, it's nothing that I ain't been through before. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just about keeping active in these times, keeping your fitness up, keeping everything right, your diet right, everything right. I think that's one of the most important things. And it's one of those things where you just you can't really get drawn into it too much. Like, this is only for a period of time. It's not going to last forever. Same way, things that unfortunate that happen to us, it's not going to last forever. To me, you're only going to be down for a certain period of time. You're not going to be down forever. So you have to just keep working no matter what. Because if you're crawling, or at least you're walking, or if you're crawling, that's better than just standing still.
True.
True. So,
but I mean, of course it's easier said than done, and credit to you for kind of holding that and walking with that, because this is someone where, if we look at the grand scheme of things, you did O2. Like, a lot of boxers won't be able to do O2, and a lot of people don't realize in boxing, doing something like O2 is massive, because boxers have to sell tickets at the end of the day. So you've done that, and of course,
I have to just say, that's all from the grace of God. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's from the grace of God, bro. I used to always imagine it when I was younger. But the way it came fast. I was only 23 years old.
At the time, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I was only 23 years old. I didn't expect that. I'm this young boy from Brixton. Like, I didn't even have an extensive amateur career.
Even your journey to get there as well, like, we could probably go into that. But again, that's probably more the grace of God with everything kind of all the circumstances against all the odds. You still managed to do that. You get me?
The thing is, I don't even think of it as being against the odds, because when you're used to that growing up, it just becomes it just becomes normal. So you're like, yeah, you're used to getting. It's like you're used to going through hardship. It's just what you do. Do you know what I mean? You never complain, you never cry. You just get to work. Do you know what I mean?
Do you reckon that, quite random, do you reckon that hardship breeds better boxers? Because very random, you know, in UFC, obviously, you got, I was watching yesterday, and obviously Francis from Cameroon. I was looking at his story, and this is someone that was homeless, didn't start training until he was like 23 or something, traveled, whatnot, slept in gyms and everything. And then now he's just knocking out guys for fun. Do you reckon that kind of hardship brings out a certain trait within a boxer or a fighter?
Yeah, definitely. It brings out the hunger, you know,
because
but it's not...
you've had your own hardships, so to say, as well, right?
Yeah, 100%. We all have. Do you know what I mean? And it's about, you know, everyone, I think in a certain way, everyone goes through hardships, but it's about how you use it to fuel what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, some people fuel it the wrong way by, you know, going into gangs and, you know, doing things like that. So obviously there's a way of using it positively, you know, to impact you and your career and the people around you. And that's what I kind of think that's really, really important, how you channel that energy. Okay, you've gone through hardship and you don't want to go through it anymore, but you have to act on it. You can't just sit at home doing nothing, feeling sorry for yourself, because no one's going to do it. You have to do it yourself.
No, it's true still.
Yeah.
So what, you're back in London now, right?
Yeah, back in London.
And you said you're still managing to train. How's that going?
Yeah, it's good. My friend has a private boxing gym, so we just go there.
Calm.
Yeah, calm. And sometimes I go downstairs, use the facilities downstairs, you know, to train, do sit-ups and all of that. Do you know what I mean?
Is it a different dynamic though? Because of course, you can't get your sparring up. You might be able to get some pad work if your boy is there, but you can't get your sparring in. There's certain elements that are missing. And of course, that with most boxers, the runs, you're always going to be doing the fundamentals of the runs, the sit-ups and that sort of stuff. But without the actual kind of being in the ring side.
No, but with the sparring, sparring is only properly for like your timing. To get your timing, when you're experienced enough, you already know how to breathe, so you can get through 12 rounds and, you know, the little stuff. So all you need for sparring is basically the timing. And you can get that back in like 4 or 5 sparring sessions, depending on how mentally aware you are. You know what I mean? So I think that's it, man.
So you reckon you're good on that level then, in terms of, God willing, when this all gets settled out and whatnot, you're ready to have your 2 fights with a few sessions here and there?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I'll be ready anyway, man.
That's what it's about, man. But in terms of this journey now, you mentioned you're back in London. You're probably the only person on God's great earth I've ever heard say that Miami is painful. Like, how? Like, because you have to understand, when people are looking at from the outside, he's like, okay, he's gone to Miami. He's like, okay, all right, what? A bit of sunshine and whatnot, warm weather training and whatnot. But the stories you tell about it, I think you referenced it one time, like being like prison. You said that you've got no friends out there, and you said that you found the zone. What was it? Do you think that after everything that happened, you needed to get away and find that sort of zone for yourself?
A little bit, yeah. But I'm the type of person, yeah. If the best trainer in the world was in Australia or Tokyo, I would go to get that training. I don't care whatever it takes. I don't have no responsibility. I don't have no kids and shit. Do you know what I mean? So I can do that. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I was just focused on, you know, and I was getting great training over there. You know, and obviously it's the sacrifice was obviously you don't get to see your mum, your parents, your family, whatever. And I remember I spent Christmas and New Year's there. Mad, I'm going on Snapchat. I'm looking at everyone opening their presents.
Bare jollof rice and that, just tucking in.
Yeah, like all the plantain and the chicken, and everyone's all nice and smiling and shit. And I'm out here by myself. And I'm just like, bro, this is mad. New Year's as well. Everything is so crazy, bro. But it's for a better cause. And I know, you know, when it gets hard in a fight, you can remember these things and you can just power through. And you know that they haven't been through what you've been through.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all of these things you can just use as motivation. You know, that's why, you know, growing up in hardship, people have a chip on their shoulder, especially fighters when they go through hardship, because they know, nah, I've gotten too far. You know, I've worked too hard to get here, so I need to keep going. No one's going to take it away from me.
You reckon, you mentioned having a chip, fights have a chip on shoulder because of hardship, how they come through. Do you reckon that someone like yourself has a greater chip on your shoulder just based on everything in terms of the politics and all of that stuff that you've been through boxing, especially in the last 24 months?
No, not really. You know, I just do my thing. You know, I don't really watch anyone else. That's their story, you know, that God gave them. You know, my story is obviously different. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really watch other people and be like, oh, why I here or why I there or this and that. And obviously, I'm one of the fighters that one of the reasons I've not been as far, you know, as I'm supposed to be, because I don't kiss ass.
No, real talk.
Guys out here kissing ass, bro. I'm not one of them guys. I'd rather do it myself and keep it real, you know, instead of kissing ass and begging it. And no, it's too much, man. But I'm just the cream will always rise to the top, you know. So I keep working hard and I keep grinding, you know. The cream will rise to the top. I'm not gonna try and be a part of no one else or try and act like no one else or be anyone else. I'll just be myself. Do you know what I mean? And Mick is a person that definitely believes in my talent, believes in how hard I work. I speak to him all the time. He's paying me double what Eddie was paying me, you know. So it's really like he's a big help.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's been a big.
Like we were saying before, obviously Carl Froch, your Eubanks, your Fury. He's played an influential part in what they've going to come, and you kind of have that foundation anyway. So there's no doubt that that's the direction that you can likely go into. But on what you were saying just now about how a lot of people are kicking ass and whatnot, do you reckon that's why, for a certain extent, you wasn't getting that push and uplift that you definitely deserved, especially after doing O2? And at the same time, would you also say that, because I know Johnny Nelson came out and he was like, he sees a lot of you in himself, because at the end of the day, like, you keep it real. You only care about the sport. You don't care about the glitz and the glamour. You actually care about the sport. And because of that, not a lot of people are going to push you forward.
Not even that. I kind of just think, that's a difficult one to answer, man. I'm just, bro, I don't really think I should have gotten the book. I don't really watch that too much. Do you know what I mean? I don't really watch it too much. I'm just, right now, all you can do, especially even being in quarantine, all you can do is just take every day as it comes.
Yeah.
You can't be looking too far into the future, or you will forget what to do now.
True.
So you just have to take time with everything, and everything will plan out. Everything will pan out. So, and I think, you know, I have a better relationship with Mick.
Yeah.
You know, and the whole team, like, they're really, really pushing me, really helping me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. With that O2 fight, not only was it a massive fight for yourself at such a young age, culturally it was a massive thing as well, because it was two guys that look that representative of what a lot of people are going up against each other, and they seemed like there was a lot of, you know, tension and bad blood, which of course sells a fight. One of the things I've always wondered about boxing is, boxing's, at the end of the day, it's a fight. And it's funny because when boxers are talking and whatnot, the first thing they always say is, listen, at the end of the day, we're going to fight in the ring. Like, we can do all this talking, but we're going to fight. When it's that sort of fight where there's actually a bit of kind of hostility there, how difficult is it to kind of balance that I'm a boxer and this is not an actual fight? Because naturally, if you look at any big fight in history where there's bad blood, it can just easily boil over because there's a lot of emotions inside. What was that experience for you?
Bro, it's a fight at the end of the day, fam. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's a fight, bro. And like, you have to be able to deal with that. Like, you have to be able to deal with that. At the end of the day, that's where you get your mean streak from. That's where you get your aggression, like when you want to take somebody out and all of that stuff. At the end of the day, it's a fight. Well, yeah, we're boxers, but I'm still from Brixton, bro. Like, at the end of the day, fam, do you know what I mean? Like, you just have that fight in you.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You
But
just have that fight in
that specific setting, though, is it different? Because, I mean, you're showing at that point, you had, 4 knockouts, you had beaten guys before, but in this one, it's not only is it the biggest stage of your career so far, it's personal, like it's actually like almost bad blood. How does that change the dynamic? Even in camp, does that shift things a bit?
No, it just makes you work harder. You know,
Cool.
Yeah, this guy's choking shit, whatever, you're gonna push, work hard. At the end of the day, it's all really the same. You know what I mean? You never really get it. It's part of show business. You just do your thing for the cameras, and then everyone gets hyped. The ticket sales coming and everything. So everyone just gets hyped at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? That's just to build the fight. Yeah. At the end of the day, we're entertainers. You know what I mean? So you just deal with it, fam. Every time you do something, you have to deal with the consequences that come with what you choose to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I think, man. At the end of the day, it's just a fight. There
was something I wanted to ask you, a little bit cheeky. There's been one particular individual I've seen anyway that has kind of said your name a few times or whatnot. And obviously that's how boxing is, especially in that way. Dion Juma, he's always, because I mean, 2019, I think they were supposed to have the fight, didn't happen. I think recently, a few days ago, he's mentioned a few.
Oh, I was supposed to fight him.
Yeah, whatever was going
on. Boy, this guy. This is personally what I think actually happened.
Yeah,
his manager Steve Goodwin was asking, saying he wanted me and him to fight or whatever. Yeah. And I get that. So obviously, I think he spoke to the board to organise me and him, put purse bids for me and him for the English title. Yeah. So the minimum, English title, I'm above that level.
Yeah.
But the minimum you can bid for an English title is £5,000.
Yeah.
His promoter bidded £5,022. So if I win, I will get 60% of £5,000. Bro, that's laughable, bro. And at the end of the day, at that time, it was everything to gain for him.
Mm.
It's everything to gain for him, fam. Fighting me, you'll fight on TV, you'll get your fucking career high payday. All of that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and he's getting old. He's 30, 31. I just turned 26, bro. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so, of course he's gonna... Bro, it's everything to gain. Like, if you're really serious, put down a reasonable offer and we'll go over it and we'll fight and there is no problem. Like, but I'm not a little guy where you could goad me into, oh, he's shook, he's this, he's that, to make me go, oh, do you know what? Let me just fight him and rock him up. No, that's not the way you think, bro. That's not. I'm not a guy. I'm not a person that I have a whole team that's making these decisions. So if you're on the hit list and you have something that we want, oh mate, I'll take you out easy. I'll be on you like no man's business. But obviously we have to go the right way. And everyone talks, bro. And then, you know, I realize as well, he has the same fans, yeah, messaging me and commenting on the posts that don't follow me. So I know if he's saying something, he's getting all these boys, oh, yo, comment on this picture. Jokers. So I remember I saw someone on my Instagram DM saying, oh, when are you going to fight Dion? So I go on her profile. This woman follows no boxers. She don't even follow me. What are you doing? Just go back. She was doing art or something. Go back to doing your art, man. Don't jump in this business, man. Come on, bro. Like, I know how the game is, bro.
Yeah.
I know how the game is. Like, I know, but I get it, though. Maybe I don't know what he's looking for, to do something or to try and make money or whatever. I don't know what he's looking for, bro.
That's the beauty of boxing, though, right? Everyone has a different why, you get me? Like, everyone,
yeah. But you can't just jump and do that. There's obviously certain situations that have made me be inactive for a period of time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Boxing is quite a very shady business. Do you know what I mean? People try to play
For
tricks.
those that, because obviously I've got some understanding of some of the stuff that happened in terms of promoters and whatnot, but just to send light in a nutshell, in terms of the 18 months, how many fights do you reckon you were supposed to have that you couldn't have because of all that business that was going on?
A lot of the things was obviously, remember that situation that happened with my uncle.
Yeah.
The contract. There's that.
Yeah.
Specifically, I remember I was supposed to fight another fight in February after the Watkins fight, when after Matchroom promised me, after the Watkins, no, they promised me the Watkins fight was going to be for a belt. Unfortunately, it wasn't for a belt, and I was upset. They were like, "Oh, don't worry, the next fight's going to be for a belt, definitely." Put on a good performance. I put on an amazing performance with Luke Watkins. Then they try to offer me another guy for less money than I got for Watkins and no belt.
So what's going on?
And the guy knew about fighting me 3 weeks before I knew anything. That's when I thought, no, what's going on here? And you saw how I beat my man, Watkins, and the ref tried to score it by 1 point. So if I didn't knock him down in the last round,
they would have had a draw. Yeah.
Come on, bro. Now I'm thinking, what's going on?
Yeah.
Something is up. Do you know what I mean? They try to put him in the home dressing room. I'm in the away dressing room. I was thinking, okay, this is a bit weird still.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know. It's because his trainer was George Groves' trainer or something, or whatever. I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't know. You know what I mean? But boxing is a funny business, you know. Boxing is a funny business.
Hey, man. It's funny.
And the thing is, I'm the one selling more than all these guys.
Do you know what's really funny though? Because obviously you're from South, you're from Brixton. There's another boxer that would say exactly the same stuff you're saying right now, Dillian. He talks about this all the time, brother. Like, and it's crazy how it's almost like the real ones that just don't care about the glitz and glamour always seem to have to go for that hardship of the industry doing some weird.
The good thing about it is, when you get to the top, you stay there.
Yeah,
you'll stay there because you know you took the hard way. You didn't take the escalator. You took the stairs. Do you know what I mean? So I just think, bro, whatever's happening, it will happen. Like if I fight Dion, it'll be a great fight. Don't get me wrong, it'll be a great fight. We have I have the tactic. I've seen him fight before. Listen, I don't want to say too much, you know, but it's a very, very exciting time in the cruiserweight division as well.
Yeah.
So
and for you, it's kind of, I know there's probably going to be a lot of people watching their backs because within that 18 months of you not being inactive, a lot of people have made steps forward and everything, but you coming back with the name, the weight that your name holds, and just your actual skill level, like people are going to be thinking, right, he's going to come up and he's going to mess things up for me.
Yeah, and I've been different. Remember, 23, I didn't even have my full man strip.
Yeah. Yo, 1 second, bro. I can't hear you still. I can hear you now, yeah. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, it was when I was 23, I didn't really have my man strap, and my talent took me places. My talent and my toughness took me places where I wasn't really ready for mentally yet.
Yeah.
I mean, like, bro, you're going from fighting here to headlining the O2 straight away.
Yeah.
It's just like, whoa, like, do you know what I mean? So I never had that much experience like that.
Yes, was you nervous like that?
Nervous? No, not nervous. Just remember, bro, the way I was.
Let me be real with you. Let me be so real with you. I remember watching that fight, and the ring walks are happening and everything, and like normally, like you always seem kind of relaxed and everything. I remember looking at it and I thought to myself, something don't look 100% right. I don't know whether it was because you were too tense. But when you walked into the ring and you walked around the ring and whatnot, it just looked, I was like, hold on, Isaac's not his usual self. And then as the fight went
I was absolutely overtrained, man. Overtrained down to the T. Overtrained, man. What I should have done is trust my own, how my body feels instead of my uncle's experience.
Yeah.
Because he was having me run 8 miles, spar 12 rounds, run 10 miles, spar 6 rounds. Like we was going too much.
Doing a Mazzoline.
Yeah, I was skinny. I was all like,
yeah.
Like, I was mashed up, bro.
Yeah.
I kept trying to tell myself, yeah, I feel good. You know what I mean? And even if And even when I was in that state, still couldn't knock me out, still couldn't, do damage to me. Do you know what I mean? I read it. Do you know what I mean? I took it.
Yeah.
So the next time, I'll have adequate rest.
Yeah.
It'll be good. And there won't be the ref wouldn't be as lenient to the holding. So it's just everything happens for a reason, and I think that fight, with everything that happened after that fight, was one of the best things that's happened to me.
Of
because
course,
it's allowed me to grow as a fighter. It's allowed me to change, to see who's there and who's not, and all of that stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I'm grateful for that.
On that scene, who's dead, with everything that happened in terms of your uncle, the fight and everything, Matchroom, has that affected your relationships within the industry now, or have you just managed to get yourself a good circle? Because I know you've got your advisor, obviously signed with Hennessy, and you're in a good place now.
Yeah, it's just giving me a good, I know who to trust.
And you worked with Angel Fernandez as well, innit?
Yeah, I'm still working with him.
What's that experience like? Because he's quite different in his approach, isn't it?
Yeah, very good. You can see the difference when I fought Okoli compared to when I fought Luke Watkins.
Yeah.
You could just see the complete difference in how he changed everything, and he was very meticulous with his work. And we worked. He was working every day for 6 months. Every day he was working. He made me he turned me into a monster. Still,
I see similarities between the back of you fighting Okoli going to Watkins and Joshua after his defeat and going back to fight Ruiz. It's like, I don't know, maybe because it's kind of like you said, Angel's quite meticulous, maybe the MMA background. It just seems like for you guys, you really benefited off doing something different. And is that something that's...
And we listened. I think we listened as well. There's no point doing this stuff if you don't listen to what the trainer's trying to say.
Of course.
So it was just the angles, the footwork, all of that. It was good, man.
So for you now, how soon do you reckon it's back to world level then?
Where?
Because I'll be real with you, when I saw the lineup for the fight that he was going to fight in, it made me realize how humble you are as a person, because like we've mentioned, this is someone that did O2, and now you're not doing O2 and you're not even headlining, and it's like...
No, I just feel like listen, it's time to really get my head down, and it's like I'm starting again. And obviously I remember when that hunger that I had. Sorry?
And you're only 26 as well. That's the sick part.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm the youngest out of all of them in the top 10. I mean, I think I'm the youngest out of all of them. So, it's I just felt like, you know what, I'm starting again. Let's work my way up. And the hunger that I had when I was starting again, I need to get that back and just graft like there's no tomorrow. That's how you have to be, man.
No, for real. Do you reckon you would ever move out of cruiserweight? Because naturally your body's how your body is. If you went to light heavyweight, you'd probably be a bit too tight. How do you reckon you would ever move or try and do that? Or...
Bro, it all depends on how my body reacts. It all depends on the money being offered. It all depends on everything. It depends on a lot of things. But right now, I really want to establish my name in the cruiserweight division. Yeah, be world champion in the cruiserweight division, and just go from there.
No, for real, man. I'm sure, given like we said, given the talent and everything, it'll definitely come. And for you, I guess the advantage you have is you've kind of been in this sort of isolation before, whereas a lot of fighters, it's probably a weird place. So I guess you're going to come out more hungry, man.
Now they know how old the German is for.
Listen, there was other thing that I wanted to touch on. Obviously, the campaign you've been working with, anti-knife crime and everything. Yeah. In terms of, because obviously you can relate to that a lot, given experiences that have happened when you were growing up and everything. How important is it for you to be involved with that?
Oh, it's really good, man. The kids are the future. Do you know what I mean? So that's why they really need direction.
Gloves up, knife down, right? That's the name of it, right? Gloves up, knife down.
Yeah. So I think that's very, very important because, if I didn't find boxing, I would have gone down the wrong way. And I just believe it's really, really important that kids can be told that they can do something. Do you know what I mean? Kids can be told that they can do something, that they can get something out of their lives, and they don't have to go down selling drugs or, you know, doing gangbanging activities and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I just think it's really, really important to guide the kids, because kids are the future. You don't know what talent they have. Even if it's not boxing, they can go do something amazing.
For real.
It's really important, you know, to set up these charities and work with them, and just to inspire the youth.
No, for real, man. Bro, really appreciate your time, man. Hopefully this all ties over quickly and you can get back in the ring. More power to you, man. And yeah, I'm sure we'll chop up soon. But listen, that's another episode of our quarantine talks. Make sure you're subscribing to Undiluted Media.